you're here because you've got this function coming up in a couple of weeks, and we're going to set a question so that you can win a couple of tickets for this function. What date is it? 23rd.
23rd of June.
Now we got thinking earlier on. We were talking about it, and we were thinking. We're thinking that Brian Hughes has been, in some ways, sort of overlooked. OK, you know, we've given him some praise, but in the general sense of things, people don't think about Brian Hughes like they should. And we were just talking about Johnny Armour, you know, one of the great fighters for the last 25 years who gets disgracefully overlooked, including by me. So I'm just wondering, Tom, as an idea for a question, I like questions that people have to think about, not just, you know, what Olympics did Robin Reid win a medal or what title did he win. So thinking about that, you know, guys that haven't got the respect, guys that you've maybe never heard of, what would be your question? Think of a question.
So my question would be, which Manchester fighter that's not been heard of? So basically, the best Manchester fighter that no one really talks about, or
so a great fighter that you know is a great fighter, but no one else will probably heard of.
So if you've seen him, you know about him, but no one else knows.
And you are going to pick this winner with me next week, and I'm going to announce it next week on the show. Now, can you send your answers, OK, for the best unknown or the best Manchester fighter you've never heard of? Send those to me at Big Daddy Bun. So there it is, competition question. Who is the best Manchester fighter you've never heard of, or you might have heard of but didn't do anything, didn't go on to do things? I've got plenty. We've just mentioned one. We're not going to mention him again. And Jim Bentley, if you're watching, you can't enter the competition. That dinner's on the 23rd up in Manchester. June, I'm sure you can find out some details on it. How can people find out about that, Tommy?
Just obviously Twitter, Facebook. Just contact me, and it's well publicised, and we've got a lot of good Manchester fighters from our club, but obviously Manchester fighters in general coming. And
what's it actually for, this thing?
It's 100 years colours to Moston. I remember Brian, when Brian actually handed the gym to me, he said 2017, 100 years, he went, celebrate it. He said, let's do something. So we're doing it for that, and we're doing it to hopefully raise some funds for the club and have a good night and celebrate the achievement of 100 years of our club.